The purpose of my presentations that I've been doing in public, at public schools, and in for fraternal organizations, etc. This is a Rocky Mountain bee plant to attract pollinators. Here are some coneflowers. Is to really inspire people to create gardens, whether their space be very small, just a backyard, or whether their space be larger. For instance, this is Kinnikinnick. We have a little bit of strawberries. Through here we have a lot of mints. Then a little further, right over here, we have some wonderful cilantro. Some of it has gone to seed and some of it is still flowering. Then we have some more peppermint, and between that some tarragon. We have what I've done with my gardens, because we have a lot of volunteers, as you will see in a little while. These are also spearmints and chives, and a wonderful bubble mint plant with tiny little pink flowers that are really pretty. And here is a container of thyme. So the situation is, and here comes some lamb's ears that have volunteered from another location in the garden. The reason I have so many different plants and different situations going on in my backyard and in the front yard. Here are also some wonderful lamb's ears, and as we get closer you can see some of them still have their blossoms on them. Is to give people ideas on how they can just use their patios with containers. This is comfrey. Another bee butterfly bush, a little bit darker flower. Oftentimes there are a bunch of bees zipping around. I don't know if you can see them up here because they're very small. The local bees are very docile. Part of my training people to do these styles of gardens and to work with pollinators is not only to protect our earth and to create a better environment, but to teach people that insects aren't necessarily bad things, and that there are some lovely, lovely bees that we need in our environment for our food. Here are some lovely, this is a large sagebrush that has already been spent. It is going through a second blossoming. You can probably hear some of the birds in the background. Anyway, you can see some of the things there. A bee just passed overhead, no problem, no problems with people being around as long as you're not swatting at them and being violent towards them. The other thing that I teach is sustainability. In the high deserts, you need to really know how to maintain your water. In front of the water barrel there, a rain barrel, is some volunteer bee balm, lemon balm. Here's a tree, a beautiful pear tree that was here prior to my planting anything in the backyard, and the birds love it. And here are the small pears that are just starting to grow on the tree. You can see some of them. As soon as they get ripe, the birds let you know. You see my shadow because we're in the afternoon sun. All of these plants that are right there on the side of the house are volunteers, either bee balm, red verbena. There's some red verbena. You see the little red blossoms, there they are. And some hyssop, and soon those will be in blossom. Here is some yarrow. I have some other pictures of yarrow when they were first blossomed. Now they're going to seed. They blossomed very early. Here's some lovely hyssop. Again, some more hyssop right here. When I did the other video, that doesn't seem to be downloading, a wonderful Roadrunner was in the video. I don't know if anyone will show up today in the late afternoon. It's a little bit warm. And here are some more asters. There are some asters amid some coneflowers. Also, we have here some more yarrow. This is an area, whoops, wrong way. This is an area called the Yin Yang Meditation Gardens. You can see that it's generally in a circle with two chairs in the eyes of what we call a yin yang. And plus in the center we have a little bird bath to provide water and food for the birds. Right behind the bird bath there's a tall thing that is Hopi tea or Indian tea. And right over here again we have, there we go. We have Rocky Mountain bee balm right there again. A lot of these were planted by seed by the birds themselves. There's some wormwood. The reason I'm wanting to start this project and to write a book for children and illustrate it and have a DVD with projects and a lot of fun, animated fun, is if we get our young people involved. This is a goji berry bush, and the birds really enjoy it. You can see some of the berries on the bush already, and some flowers. It is a later blooming plant, and so there also is a rock plant right there. I leave some areas a little fallow or a little dry because not only do birds enjoy eating the berries and things that come in the garden and the flowers for the pollinators, but the dry areas also help create nesting areas for birds. So there's that. There we go. Now, these are a bunch of hollyhocks right here that planted themselves, and they're going to seed also. And here's a hyssop that will be blooming soon. So we have a number of different things. Here also is verbena. It's a red verbena. When you start a plant, I started this garden maybe with 20 plants all on sale. Get plants that are good for your zone. Get plants that are hopefully perennial or something where you can truly continue a nice garden, whether it's in a container, on your patio, in your backyard, just on a little slip in your school lot. Here are two more areas of a water container. I teach people sustainable living, to reuse things, to recycle, as well as to harvest water. There are ways to harvest water and gather rain barrels, etc., that are not necessarily expensive and that are used out of recycled materials. This area here is a demonstration area for individuals. Right here is a cold frame, and you can see that some of the kale is bolting already. I'm just going to let it bolt this year and let it reseed itself so that in the winter we'll have some new kale coming up. These hoops actually have coverage to them during the winter because we have a lot of radiation and solar activity in New Mexico. We can grow certain foods all year long as there's enough heat in the buckets. This is some oregano that has decided to grow again. And here we have a Savoy cabbage, some basil, some more basil, some basil and sage, some peppers growing. And then we have some more pollinator plants. I always tell people to plant amidst their vegetables and fruits, pollinator plants. There's another coriander, and beyond that coriander is, oops, I'm in the minute, whatchamacallit for it, the sun, there it is, it's some dill and some more peppers and some more dill, and then we have some more plants here. And these little round sections, everything looks a little bleeded out because we're in the bright sun. Here are some experimentary fruit trees that I'm trying to grow in containers. It's their first year, so they're doing quite well. Then we have some grapes that are going up a trellis. This is only a one-year garden. And some Arctic kiwi. And then we have some various pollinator plants that I just became acquainted with and were